So to start off this video, I am a child passenger safety technician, and a coworker purchased this seat so that we could get some practice with it so we can help parents when they come into our checkpoint station. And this is the correct installation for the harness on the double splitter plates. See the other side, there's the same thing, it's just reversed. And it's extremely difficult to remove, but my husband has found a way to take it off, and so we're making this video to help other people learn how to do it.
So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this bottom strap right here and work it up over these two prongs. It isn't easy, but it's not terribly hard. You kind of have to crush the belt.
You pretty much have to take that part off to get the other ones off. There's no way we found to get the other two off unless you remove that bottom strap first.
Okay, so it's not out from behind those prongs. Next thing you're going to want to do is you got to get it out this channel right here, and kind of go under this corner here and get it down here. Your goal is to get this corner right here through to the other side. This is probably the hardest move of the entire take apart. Although it seems maybe I'm just getting better at it. Sliding it down around that corner can be quite of a pain. Getting it past these prongs that are still under here is kind of a pain.
We took a video of this yesterday, and it took 7 minutes to take the whole thing apart.
It may still. Sometimes it takes 30 seconds. Sometimes it takes 5
Anyways,
minutes.
when I tried it today, at first I couldn't get it, and then it took me 15 minutes to get the whole thing apart. That one was actually pretty fast. Maybe he's just getting better at it. He's done it several times now.
So now I've got it back there. It's only connected to the lower.
The hard
layer.
part for me was getting it past these little, what do you call it, prongs? Prongs there.
But now it's ready to just slide right out, and that's out. That's probably the hardest move of the whole thing. This next section is a little easier. Still not easy. You want to get this next strap. We're going to work out through the channel the same way. We're going to go under this corner, getting this one out, and you got to work around these prongs again. Kind of a pain. Okay, you can kind of get a fingernail in between these and
when I did that, the first thing I just took off, I had to put a butter knife under the plates to separate them while I loosened it. And that's what he did yesterday, but maybe he's just getting better at it. I don't know. Maybe the plates are. I don't know. I don't think anything's loosening up because we've done. I don't know. I don't know what could loosen up.
Get more flexible after being messed with so many times.
Maybe.
So the hardest thing about getting this one out is there's this prong inside here that you have to get the belt over while still getting it around these corners.
And overall, I wouldn't call this an easy splitter plate at all. This is the only car seat that I've ever had a hard time removing from the splitter plates to adjust the harness. And I've worked with a lot of car seats. I've never seen one like this before.
See, it does not want to get over these prongs in there.
The hard part for me was it kept getting hung up on the prong that's on the
underside?
Yeah, on the underside.
Yeah, it's doing it right now too.
It wasn't too bad trying to get it off of the one side prong, but since it's attached to both of them, but the split on the end
it's
is
mainly getting the first.
The split on the end is on one end on the first one, and on the other side on the other one. So it's very strange.
It's mainly getting off this low or the top layer. Once you have it off there, you can get it off the bottom. Pretty easy. Good news is once you have this first strap out, you're pretty much there. It's not necessarily easy, but it's pretty intuitive to see how to get them routed out the rest of the way. If the folks over at Baby Trend have some kind of cool tool that can help you do this, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they can maybe do a video that maybe shows their way of getting it off, how their engineers do it. The manual doesn't specify how to remove it. It says how to put it together, but it says nothing on how to remove it, which I think is like 100 times harder than putting it together.
I'm having a lot more trouble with this than I did last night. This was relatively easy last night when we did it. We've been practicing for 2 days.
I've only been able to get it off once, and he's got it off about 6, 7 times.
Probably.
And my goal is to practice with this quite a bit more, because when parents come into my
I just had to
for a seat check with me,
basically start
and they
over.
have this seat, I'm going to need to be able to show them how to do it.
It does not want to play nice tonight.
Yeah, I would classify this as extremely difficult. I'm not sure how many parents
to
are
the
going
point
to be able to do this.
frustration where people wouldn't even want to bother with it.
I can foresee a lot of misuse happening here, of maybe like parents cutting it and then rigging it up in some kind of strange fashion afterwards, or I don't know. Like people can be really imaginative with the stuff they come up with.
Anyways, I'm having a really hard time tonight. This is a lot easier. It seemed like yesterday. Getting this shoulder strap out.
What I'm wondering is if, well, actually, you're not a CPST, but I am. But if it's this difficult for me, how hard is it going to be for the average parent who may not even look at the manual? But I mean, even if they do look at the manual, there's no instruction for removal, so I don't know if that would even help. So I think it would be really helpful if Baby Trend could include in their manual how to remove it. Maybe even put one of those little codes that you can scan with your phone that takes you to a video of how to remove it so you can see it. The original manuals instructed for you to install them with 1 strap per splitter plate, and that's a lot easier. But then the updated manual, I don't remember when it came out. I think I've read 2014 is when they updated it, that it now has to be both straps need to be on both splitter plates. Do you want me to try it? You take the camera?
If you want.
Okay. Alright, so I don't even know where you were at. Okay, so
We were at 7:12 already.
yeah, it was a 7-minute video yesterday of taking it off. But the hardest part yesterday was the bottom strap. Okay, I can't even see where we're at here. Should I try? I'm going to try this one instead for a minute. Trying to get it off of. Oh, hang on, maybe.
That one going easier.
Still it's okay. Hang on.
Inside.
Oh, man. It looks like it would just easily come out of there, but it's stuck on something, and
it's that prong inside.
That's what's frustrating about it, because it looks like it would be a lot easier than it is. I mean, kudos to them for making sure it's not going to come off in an accident, because that's really a cool point, I guess. So you can see it's so close. It's so close that it's frustrating. This is very frustrating. And, someone who, actually not just anyone, but like anybody is going to be frustrated with this, CPST or no. I can see a lot of parents just giving up and either returning the seat or using it wrong. This isn't even working. Trying to do a how-to video, and we can't even show you how to.
7 minutes last night. Now we're at 9:02.
It seems like it's there, but it's really not. That's what's frustrating about it. It just makes me want to pick it up and throw it and.
Don't do that.
Well, I know I won't do that because that would compromise the integrity of the seat, but. See, this would take probably the whole time that I have allotted with parents when they come to have a seat check. And we can't spend the whole time working on just adjusting the harness because we needed to go over the installation and everything else too. So is this starting to fray? Oh, there's like a teeny little fold. See that? Yeah. Does the camera see that? It's folded over. That's why it's not coming off.
So those prongs in there because it gets caught on. Go to that.
So I know if they updated the manual to have it installed like this, there must be a good reason. But if I was baby trained, I would consider maybe some other kind of redesign where it's not going to be so difficult and confusing to parents, because I think this is just asking for a lot of misuse or frustration. I'm already frustrated, and I can be really, really patient with these kind of things, because I really like car seats. It's kind of like a hobby for me. It's not just a job.
There we go.
It's something I enjoy.
I got that off that
But
prong there.
this is very difficult.
Okay. So that one is...
I honestly wouldn't purchase a seat that was this difficult to use for my own child. But I need to get familiar with
So that
using it so I
section is out.
can help parents. It's a popular seat because it's a great price point,
get
great features.
that off. So there's
Oh,
that
there we
now.
go.
And then this one still just have to walk it over that prong, and finally there it is.
Wow, 11 minutes to remove. I don't think it really should take that long to remove.
We had our personal best yesterday. We got it in 7 minutes yesterday.
7 minutes yesterday. The longest I've probably spent removing the harness from the splitter plate to adjust it, and any other car seats, probably 1-2 minutes at the most. This, I think, is I think it's too difficult, really.
Putting it back's easy.
Yep. Okay, so here we're going to show putting it back.
Okay, slide it in, slide it in.
You have to make sure that they're facing
They
opposite
face
ways.
opposite ways. It's not really that hard to figure out, though.
Well, yeah, but I just wanted to point out. And then you have to drops down into the little channel there.
You can see pretty easily where it's supposed to
And
sit.
all this time you have to make sure also that the strap is not being twisted and these straps are not being twisted before you put them on. So that drops in there.
Then you flop this one down. And then since my channel's facing to the left, I'll put the right shoulder strap on first, followed by the left. Get them in there, into their little seat, and then you'll have to slide this one through from the opposite direction.
You just kind of rotate it for a second and then it slides in there.
Just...
And that one's it's not really too hard. When I was doing it earlier, putting the second one in was a little tough just to,
yeah.
It was a little tough. It's not too bad. Then the putting it together is definitely a lot easier than taking it apart.
Yeah, I'm almost done now. Just gonna get that corner through, and yeah, it's done.
There you go.
Put it back together quick.
Yep. See, there's a little channel there on that side. This one's channel's on the other side. So it just makes it really difficult to remove when both of the splitter plates are through both of the harnesses, but they have the
Opposing.
yeah, the channels to get them out of there are on opposite sides. It's very frustrating.
I put it together with a twist.
So, anyways, hopefully this video helps somebody learn how to take it off, because I know there's other technicians who struggle with this also. Thank you.